Crazy. It's a lot of freaking rain very quickly. 30 on this cut and just had a pretty crazy rainstorm. But this is like my third time trying to record this because the rainstorm was crazy. And then like tons of traffic was loud. So let me see if we can actually do it this time. Let me close this window. Maybe that'll help. I'll just close the windows up because the traffic's pretty loud. But I don't know. I just kind of woke up today, and you can kind of just feel the energy in America. It just feels off, feels weird. The energy in the air just feels like, with all the crazy stuff going on, it's just like you could just feel the energy. Maybe that might just be me, but you can feel the tension between people. You can feel bigger stuff at play brewing, and you're just like, man, we're in for some crazy stuff happening. It almost feels like it. But today's arm day. I haven't got yesterday's video edited and uploaded yet. I'll get that done as soon as I'm done with the gym. I'll go get that done. But so that's gonna be a later upload than normal. This one I'll try to get out. Started getting them out earlier, but I don't know, man. It's just like I said, I just woke up and just felt really off day today, and should have probably got that video editing done, but everything's just been feeling so weird. But so today's plan is to go in there, hit arms. So I'm gonna start out with some basic arm curls to warm up, and then just do some basic arm workouts, and then do my like normal pull downs with for triceps. Maybe do the tricep machine. Haven't done that in a while. Just maybe start mixing up some of my arm workouts that I do. I think that would be a good thing to do, but that's why I don't like having a full plan in my head of what I'm going to go in and do. Kind of like going in there, getting a feel of it, and then I'm like, okay, no, this feels really good, so I'm going to just still kind of do the same thing. Or if I go, let's mix it up, and then I can mix it up. And that's why I don't like, that's like, and I get this from Sam Sulek, right? He talks about this a lot, where he's like, he doesn't like to plan his workout. He likes to go in and just like get a feel and do it. But I think it's the best way to do it, because for me, I have a lot of anxiety. And so what I used to do when I would come to the gym, I'd have this whole routine set in my head, right? Like I got to go hit this arm machine. I got to go hit dumbbells over here. Then I need to do triceps over here on this machine. And then I need to do triceps over here. And if I would go in there to do that set routine, and people were using the machines, then I'd be like, I'd get so frustrated. I'd be like, oh my gosh, like, ah. And then I hated working out. And when I switched to that mindset that Sam has, of the workout's not totally planned, and I go in there and I kind of know what I need to get done, but then I can sit there and look around and be like, okay, what's available? Okay, let's go over here and do this. Badass, that felt good. And then I look around, what's available. Okay, oh yeah, let's go do these. Let's go do this workout for my arms. Awesome, perfect way of doing it, in my opinion. Just so you don't get so set and stressed out and get anxiety that your machines are taking, or your things like that, or it's just a better overall way of doing it, and it helps you stay more consistent. Because with working out and losing weight or putting on muscle, you have to stay consistent. It's not one of those things where you can just do every once in a while. You have to stay consistent for long periods of time, like years and years, before you start getting some really good freaking results. And this is how it is. So to help, you really got to change your mindset, right? So like if it's, for example, if today's chest day, and I have it so set in my mind that I'm going to start with that incline bench, even though you guys see I always do, because it always has been available and open. If I had my mindset, oh no, my workout, I have to start with that incline bench 100%, there's no ifs or buts, and then I go in there and it's taken, that's just going to throw you off. And then it's going to put you in such a negative headspace where you're just like, now my workout's ruined. Like, oh my gosh, now like you didn't know. It's like, dude, go start with pec flies then. Or go start with incline pec flies, or some type of other heavy pushing movement, right? Or heck, even do flat benching to warm up. And then when that incline opens up, hell yeah, let's switch over there and go heavy on the incline. So it's just like doing that, or even asking to work in. Like, I understand, like, asking someone to work in with them, it's a little intimidating and stuff like that. But a lot of 90% of people are gonna be like, hell yeah, jump in with me, dude. Like, yeah, let's, like, you know, and I'll even help you unrack and re-rack the weight. It's like, jump in with me. Well, so that was a pretty good arm day. I didn't record all of it because I accidentally forgot to press record on a couple of them. My bad. I thought I pressed record, but whatever. So I did 4 warm-up sets of arm curls when I sit on the bench, and I just do this while sitting on the bench. I did 4 sets of that at like 20 pounds. And then I did 6 hard sets of just basic arm curls to failure. And then I did warm-up sets with triceps. The warm-up sets were laying on the bench doing, I can't think of the name, skull crushers. And then I did really 6 hard sets of just like with the bar just pushing down like that. And it made my arms freaking pumped. So you can see right now, they look pretty good. Anytime I do this pose, it doesn't look good on camera for some reason, but it looks better in person. I don't know why it doesn't look very good on camera. Could be the lighting, but whatever. So pretty good workout. Gonna go finish off by doing core and cardio. This is what it's about right here, guys. Just getting a good pump, getting out and recovering. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know, I think retatrutide is a very good thing. It really, really does truly help. It takes away the food noise. You're not thinking about food. You're not craving any food. You're just like, oh yeah, like, I gotta eat, get some protein in. So, but I'll catch up with you guys later in the camper. It's already, almost 4 o'clock. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later in the camper.
More pumped, man. More fluids in your system to work with. You've got more sarcoplasm, all sorts of everything else in between, glycogen, that just fill it up. And that has to come from somewhere, you know. So down, curl, maybe a combo.
Well, I've been playing this new Kirby game for the Switch too, and I gotta say, I'm really enjoying it. And I'll sit here and watch Sam or a bunch of different YouTube videos and just kind of chill and play games. But it's to the end of the day, so just kind of winding down. I got this new like lamp, and it's a dinosaur. So Megan surprised it and got it for me, and it's really cool. I really like it. And then you can touch it and change the colors. Is this something cool that was from Costco? She said they had like some really cool ones, like a dog, but she really liked the dinosaur one better. It's just something cool to make the camper feel a little bit more homey, I guess. And here, let me turn this down so it doesn't overpower it. So today was overall a decent day. I didn't do a whole lot of anything, to be honest with you. I just did a lot of reflection, or just kind of just chilled and tried not to let people get me too angered or like try to amp me up on social media, and because of some of the horrible things they're saying or tagging me in and all that stuff. But so more of it was more too just like I've been having a lot of sinus issues. I don't know if you guys have been telling, but the past like couple weeks I've been breathing weird, and I just sound clogged up, and I can't get rid of these sinus problems. And so I think tomorrow I'll go to Gold's and maybe sit in the sauna, maybe try to sweat it out. I don't know. It's just the sinus issues with the allergies. It's been horrible. But didn't do cardio either. The leg just was getting too irritated when I tried, so I was just like, whatever. So I didn't hit 10,000 steps. There's no freaking way I even got close to 10,000 steps. So that I would say is probably what's slowing down this weight loss right now, is not being as active. So I haven't really been very active. So I'll go to the gym, bust my butt at the gym, but then after that, I don't really do much. I'm just chilling, relaxing, playing games, playing Helldivers, watching YouTube, hanging out here in the camper. It's pretty much it. Kind of thinking of maybe wanting to go on some little bit of trips here that are in Colorado that are not too far away, 4 hours max. Kind of over fly fishing right now for some reason. Don't really feel like going and fly fish, so maybe just kind of more travel and go on little light hikes and see some stuff. But a lot of that has to do with too is like when the PTSD's been kicking in more, so like visions and nightmares, and my sleep's been rough. I start getting more bigger waves of depression, and so it makes me not really want to do anything as well. And that could be kind of like what I'm going through right now, because like a lot of stuff that I've seen on the internet lately, like like I don't even want to see it, right? I could be just scrolling past and then I see it, or scrolling on TikTok and see it. So I might completely just only go on social media to post, and that is it, because I'm seeing his photo everywhere and the video everywhere, clips or memes of Charlie Kirk bleeding out. And from someone like me who has PTSD from, I don't know if I've talked about it much on this channel, why I have it, how it happened, but I witnessed a triple homicide at work. And some of the other stuff that I have is when I worked in the hospital, and when I saw like a 5-month-old baby pass away, and some just really horrible things, right? Working in the hospital, that you're gonna see like stab victims, and like during COVID, it was such a weird, crazy time, and seeing a lot of death, but then also having to step in and help with medical staff stuff. I wasn't prepared for that. I was security. I was there to keep everyone safe. I would step in if someone came physical with medical staff. I would have to intervene and come physical with those people. But I wasn't prepared to do medical stuff of like being in the room when a 5-month-old baby passed away and they're doing CPR. But I can't cry and I can't get emotional and I can't let it affect me. I have to be there, be the strong one, hugging medical staff, helping trying to sit there and be there for the parents as well, and making sure the parents don't attack the medical staff, because that does happen. Like, medical staff gets attacked so much. And so I would have to be there to intervene in those situations, and I would always have to like de-escalate when people started getting heated with medical staff. And so, and there's been a lot of times where I was assaulted pretty badly too. Like, there's a guy in prison right now who assaulted me pretty bad, and I forgive him, and I do his parole hearings, and I say, hey, he should be let out. He's been in there for a long time, but he got 10 years, and it's already been he's already been in there for 4 or 5 years, and I don't think he should be in there that long. But but anyway, so when I worked in downtown Denver, I I had some gunshots go off, and I came outside to check, and I saw suspects running across the yard, across the courtyard, and there was 5 of them, and there's 3 people laying there bleeding out, and one of them was shot in the neck and was bleeding out really badly, and nothing I could do. The only thing I could have done, like, I can't chase the suspects, right? I wasn't armed. Only thing I could do was turn around, lock the building down so the suspects couldn't get in the building, and to hop on cameras right away, see where they went, call PD, hey, the suspects, there's 5 suspects, they ran here, they're there, they're in this car. I got them on video, and then give the police the video, you know? And I never really even had PTSD after going through all those things until I got injured at work, and then I had all the downtime. Then that's when the nightmares hit. That's when the visions would hit. That's when, and I have nightmares and visions of other stuff too. I just don't want to talk about that. But it's real. The trauma, the mental health, and that is why I'm so big on getting mental health help. Like, that's why I'm so big on, like, hey, if you ban the guns, it's not going to help, because I know firsthand how I'm feeling mentally and all those things. But I also know from firsthand, when I worked in the ER, for example, I had a kid come in, say he wanted to kill himself and kill others. They turned around and said, hey, to his parents, who's going to pay for it? It's about $100,000 a day in the psych unit, and you send him to the mental hospital. They don't really have beds. He maybe be there for a couple days and then let out, especially if you don't have insurance. So that day, they released him, and then that night he stabbed both of his parents over 20 times with a butcher knife, and they came in, and just blood pouring all over, blood squirting all over, and they had me try to hold down wounds, because they're like, we're so low staffed right now, and COVID, and we have healthcare care people that are sick and out, and so they had to have me hold down some wounds and stuff like that as well. And so it's like, I wasn't prepared for a lot of that stuff. And then they never had really any resources for me. It was more just like, you're just security, you're just security, but hands-on security. A lot of people don't realize that there is some security jobs out there where you are very more hands-on, and you're seeing even more crazy stuff than police officers sometimes, and you are actually the one that responds first before the police. And a lot of people don't realize that, but it happens, and it affects you. And so I have really bad PTSD, so they diagnosed me with chronic severe PTSD from all that stuff. And then it just affects me so much with, like, if I see those things on social media, it'll throw me into such bad visions. I have to sit there and ground myself and try to get me out of them. And it's just a consistent thing. So I should probably stay off social media for a while, because those photos and videos are just keep circulating of Charlie, and man, I just hope his kids were right there, and they saw that happen, and so hopefully they get the mental health care they're gonna need, because I'm telling you guys, when you see it on video, and it kind of desensitizes you when you see it on social media all the time, but when you see it in person, it's a whole different thing. It's just a whole different thing, and your brain it's so hard for your brain to process, and it's just so different. It feels like some type of damage happens to your brain, and your brain chemistry changes, and like your whole way of thinking. It's crazy. I'm yeah, but I've been talking for a while, so I don't think I should probably talk anymore. Keep chatting your guys' ear off, but just really think, was if you were there, was if you saw it firsthand go down, like how would that affect you mentally? How would, you know what I mean? It's just like put yourself in other people's shoes, and it's like it's just crazy, man. It's a hard thing. Like the stuff that I've seen, I can't imagine what a veteran goes through, man. I'm not a veteran, and I can't imagine like from the stuff that I've seen, I can't imagine the stuff that they seen and they experienced, and the way their PTSD is. It's like I can't imagine. Like it's just like the little bit of what I've been through, and then I see a veteran that's going through PTSD and stuff, and I'm just like, man, like I just feel really bad for them, and really sad, because it's just like I just know the little bit of what I feel. They're probably feeling times 100, because they see their buddies die, and they seen, really just horrific things. But I just encourage you guys, just really think about that. Really put your guys' self in other people's shoes who are dealing with mental health. Like, mental health for me has changed so dramatically, like from what I used to believe to what I believe now. Um, I had my grandpa had schizophrenic and all this stuff, so I always had empathy and compassion, and always was sympathetic towards people with mental health. But once I started experiencing it myself, I really started to see how bad our mental health system is, and how much change we need to the mental health system. So hopefully, one day, hopefully, you never know, maybe they'll finally make laws and pass legislation where it's like, oh, okay, like, you're going through mental health, it's going to be 100% covered. We got you. We just want to get you better. But unfortunately, I know that's probably not going to happen. We live in America where it's greed. Everything's about money, especially when it comes to healthcare. But that is also why one of the reasons why we do have one of the best healthcare systems is because it's not it's funded by what you can pay for. And that's just a sad reality. The more money you can pay, the better the insurance you have, the better the care you're going to get. It's sad, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead, probably play some more games, finish watching Sam's Arm Day, and then head to sleep. We'll try to sleep. So I take some really crazy medications. And that's another thing, too. Don't even get me started on medications. Like, I'm telling you, medications will make you freaking, you feel like a guinea pig, and you feel like, dude, I can't even, I think sometimes I'm better off not even taking anything because it's just like it's wild. So that's why one thing why I surrendered, I'll be honest with you guys, I surrendered all my guns and I sold my guns, because I was like, I knew I'm having mental health problems now. I knew that I'm not good mentally, and I'm not in a good mental headspace. And when I start taking medicines, it changes a lot of things, and like your way of thinking, and like it's really hard to explain. But what I did is I personally sold my stuff, and just to make it safer, that if for some reason I were to, go off the rails, I don't have access to my guns. So to me, that's being a responsible gun owner. You know what I mean? That's like keeping it locked up or getting rid of them when you're going through some type of mental health crisis, and like, hey, it's probably not good for me to have them. I think that is when you're being a good, responsible gun owner. But I'm going to go to sleep, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for, what's tomorrow? Already leg day again? I think tomorrow's already legs. So see you guys tomorrow for day 31.